Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course. Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering. Off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler V Series V's I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I can't imagine this being bad, but I've been wrong before. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, oh, you better believe it, I'm wearing grody work clothes. Typically, when I'm inside the truck and I'm wearing grody work clothes, that means I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review for you. And yeah, that's absolutely the case today. I got off work like maybe 20 minutes ago. I was on my way home and, like decent day at work, not too bad or anything like that. But I was like, man, I'm kind of wore out, It's been, a little bit rough. We lost a couple people recently, so, we're extra effort on everybody's end. Well, on my end. And so I decided I'm going to go over there. I'm going to stop off. I'm going to get myself a little treat, along the way home. And I decided to go over there and stop off at one of my regular haunts. Boom! Dunkin' Donuts. This is one of their signature items that they have going on right now. This is their pistachio coffee. It's iced. I got it with cream and sugar because, yes. Okay. Let's get a thing for the thing here real quick. Well, we got it. Ha 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 ha! I reviewed plenty of stuff from Dunkin', so much so I have an entire playlist called Dunkin' Sampler Platter Reviews. So if you happen to be interested in my opinion on Dunkin' stuff, whole bunch of them there. Let's try this one out. It can't be bad, right? It can't be bad. It's not bad. Not quite as good as I was hoping, but it's not bad. One interesting thing that I've never really paid attention to, I usually get iced coffee. I'm more of a cold beverage person than hot beverage, but it depends on the beverage. I didn't realize that, at least at Dunkin' anyway, when you get an iced beverage, it costs a little bit more. And that's some horse shit because you're getting less of the actual beverage. They're crammed this thing full of ice, so, you're not actually getting all that much, but, that's why they're a business, and, they can go over there and figure out slippery little ways to go over there and make this stuff happen for them. I'm paying extra for ice. Yeah, okay. Flavor-wise, it's not bad. It's definitely Dunkin' coffee with a hit of pistachio. There really isn't anything else to it. Not that I necessarily expected it to be, but, sometimes Dunkin' goes, they put in a little extra effort. This one, I don't think they did. I think they're just it's pistachio. And yeah, it's just got that kind of earthy, nutty vibe. It's nice. I mean, nut flavors work well in coffee. Hazelnut works really well. A lot of coffee creamers use, various nut flavors and stuff. Pistachio works. I mean, pistachio is a really good nut. I like eating pistachios. I wouldn't say it's a great pistachio flavor. It's definitely, an artificial pistachio flavor for sure. But it's not bad. It's just not great. It's very, And then, yeah, really, once you get past that sort of hit of the pistachio, it really is just the bare basics Dunkin' coffee, which, I'm not a big coffee person, despite doing a lot of these reviews. I'm more of a coffee adjacent person, where, if you take coffee and cram enough shit in it where it doesn't taste that much like coffee, that's where I live. This sort of flounders on the edge of kind of what I'm cool with as far as that's concerned, but it's on that side of things. With the sugar and the cream, It's got that kind of sweetness to it. It's not. I wouldn't go as far as to say like it's certainly not like a dessert drink, but it's Dunkin' coffee with cream and sugar and a little pistachio flavor. I wish the pistachio would hold out for longer. And I will say, like, it's kind of nice. There's sort of a middle point where right before the pistachio kind of gives out and more of the sweetness just kind of takes over, there's this kind of nice sweet pistachio flavor, which is actually pretty cool. But it does not linger for very long, and then it drops off, and then it really is just, again, just Dunkin' coffee with cream and sugar. It's fine. I will go over there and drink the rest of this, maybe not gleefully, but certainly content enough. But, two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Probably not and sure. For me personally, like, it's not bad, but it's also just very meh. It is exactly what it says it is, to be fair. Like, it's not false advertising or anything. But I think for me personally, if I'm going to go to Dunkin' anyway and get a drink, I'd prefer something with there's a silly bird. I got a fence over by me. There's a silly bird perched up on the fence. I'm a little easily distracted. Sometimes I'm very focused. I think I just described basic human experiences. But yeah. I think for me personally, like I said, I would go for something with more razzle-dazzle than this. If the pistachio flavor were maybe stronger or had more of a natural kind of vibe to it, something that really made it stand out, so that I could really enjoy that, or if it permeated throughout the entire experience more, maybe I'd be more on point to go over there and get it again, but as is, it's just a bit bare bones and nothing that I really feel that I need to return to. I think I've experienced all that it has to offer. Although I will say, if I were going to get it again, I would get it hot and save myself like a buck or so, whatever it was. If I'm recommending it though, sure. Like, it's not bad. It just depends on what you want out of your coffee experience. Like, do you really like Dunkin' coffee? I mean, lots of people seem to. There's always a fucking big ass line, of course, in the morning and everything. It's that plus a little pistachio. If you don't like pistachio, probably won't like this very much. But otherwise, I mean, it's not a bad drink for what it is. It's just not all that interesting, but some people don't want interesting in their, early morning beverages, and that's fine. If you're not that, or if you're that person, then maybe this will be for you. Because, like I said, at the end of the day, it's not bad. It's just kind of boring. But 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there and have yourselves a truly pistachio-tastic rest of your life. Because pistachios are really good. Pistachios are good. Almonds are good. Most nuts are good in, one format or another. Pistachios are definitely a little bit special, aren't they? Yeah. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there, whenever possible, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what's your favorite type of nut? I mean, for me personally, pistachios are probably up there, but I'd maybe have to say cashews. Like, I do like some cashews, but I don't eat a lot of nuts. Like here and there kind of thing. Fuck it, peanuts are good. Although they're legume, to be fair. But yeah, like I said, let me know what your personal preference is. Let me know why if you're interested in going that deep into it. You can write a little essay, like back when you were in school, and you come back from summer break, be like, this is what I did on my summer vacation. I don't know that I ever did one of those. I certainly don't remember ever doing one. I might have when I was very small, but it certainly wasn't a common thing. But you'd always see it in movies and shit. Anyway, bye.